Okay, so for this question, right? Okay, generally, everything is fine. Okay, the only issue came when, okay, generally because you treated bx by. After that, right, at this portion, I just want to highlight this is where, the mistake is. So when we take log, right, what will happen is when we log, we must log the whole expression. So, based from this step, if you have 3x equals to x to the power of y plus 7, then what will happen is when you log both sides, this is what you will get. You will actually get 3x equals to log of x power y plus 7. Okay, this is not the same as you know. This is not the same as this lah. Okay, you will know that basically log a plus log b, this is not the same as log bracket a plus b. Now in fact, by the product law, log a plus log b is the same as log a multiplied by b. Okay, so I hope you can this is where the mistake is lah. Okay, so how do I do this question? Okay, so basically if you are trying to make x the basically x y the subject, right? So back to from this question, what I can do is I can actually start, because you only want y to be a subject. So things that you want to be the subject, right, is the same as algebraic manipulation. You want this x power y to be by himself. So put 3x minus 7, this is equal to x power y. Then after which you can log both sides. Maybe I'll just write it as lg log 3x minus 7 equals to log x to the power y. Now in fact, this y can come down by the power law of logarithm. We can bring down the y. This is the same. I'm going to write it on the left hand side. This is sorry, I write it wrongly. This is basically y log x, right? So log x to the power y is the same as y log x divided by log equals to log 3x minus 7. Now this is y equals to log 3x minus 7 over log x, and that is basically y in terms of x. Okay, where you have y as a subject and you treat log x as a term, and this is what you have. Okay, I hope this answer is correct. If it's not, just let me know and I will change this for you. Okay, now determine the smallest integer value for x for the relationship to be valid. Now this is where you must take a careful look at this lah. Now because this is what you have, and you know that in a logarithmic function, right, log, basically if we talk about log a b, y equals to log b, there are some constraints. If you recall, is that first of all, b has to be positive. Now we cannot log a negative number, so b has to be positive. And for a, well, because a is the base, right, a itself has to be positive, and at the same time a can also not be equals to 1. All right, so if you are not sure about this, maybe I can send you another video about the definition of the log function. So this is why due to certain constraints, right, if you look at log 3x minus 7, you know that 3x minus 7 and x has to be positive. Now x has to be positive. At the same time, because x is here and 3x minus 7, they are both input of the log function. 3x minus 7 also has to be positive. This means that 3x has to be more than 7. This means that x has to be more than 7 over 3. The smallest integer that has to fulfill this, right, is that x has to be at least equals to 3. Okay, because this is already 2 1/3. Now if you think about 7 over 3, this is already 2 1/3. So at least the next value bigger than this has to be 3 and above. Okay, anything less than integer value, for example, if I were to take x equals to 2, this will cause the input of this log function to be negative, and that will cause the function to not be defined. Okay, so that's all for this video. I hope you have learned it well. Okay, thank you.